All right, y'all. So I've been finding different ways, trying to find different ways to talk about this without going too much into any kind of rant or anything like that. It's you already know, Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger slash White Ranger. We all know by now what happened to him. He committed suicide, suffering from depression. He was divorcing his wife that he was married to for a few years. And even just from, yeah, I know y'all probably gonna be like, what the fuck you think you know people just by looking at them? But a lot of times I could tell a lot of a person by looking at them. And his lady's no exception. I'm pretty sure he went through some shit. He was trying to be the good guy and all that. It's tough. It's tough for these people, both men and women, because both sexes cheat, especially when you're in the public eye, when you're an actor, even if you're what do you call it, like the B-list actors and all that. Come on now, you could be in a commercial and people would treat you a certain way. You know what I mean? If think about it, some of these people have been in such successful commercials, they make a whole career out of it. So that's not to put it past anything. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that this dude was mega big in the 90s. I know I was a kid and it was my favorite. Because like I say, he's one of those heroes that really blurred the line of good and I guess evil in a way, right? From being the protagonist to the antagonist, the villain slash hero. And he was just dope as fuck, the way that his Dragon Zord came out and everything. It was just one of those enigmas from our childhood that really stuck out. And that could go through any time frame. It doesn't have to be the 90s all the time. You know what I mean? Every single era, every decade, every generation, every fucking century has had people in the entertainment industry that are just real ass motherfuckers, and their character bleeds out from whatever it is, whether it's a play, you had a phonograph, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Silent movies to regular movies to music artists, you know, all these people that create their own art and they put a little bit of themselves in it. If they're genuine enough, you know that it's going to resonate with you and you're going to stick with it for a very long time. That's why these characters are so loved for so long. It really fucking sucks because there's really, I don't know, at least for me, I don't know what you would be able to tell somebody or anything. I've been in that headspace and I've like had to get myself out, so I don't know. Everybody's different, I guess. But man, from a guy's standpoint, like at least from me, like I could tell what the pain he must have been going through with his lady and all that shit. Because a lot of times we're so like do or die on like, okay, like I have my kid, I'm gonna be in his life. And when you go from being, you know, like that's your kid, you know, like you and your ex, whatever, if you're split up, but to be from the inside, right, then all of a sudden be on the outside looking in is really fucked up, and you will beat yourself up for it. And we're already hard on ourselves, you know, especially those that have gone through traumatic shit growing up, watching crazy shit happen, and then just trying to navigate through all that mess to be a decent dad, to be a decent role model, you know? So, you know, we all know we could be monsters, but we're just all trying to do righteous, you know? I think that was kind of the low-key, like, theme for fucking 90s and shit, too, was that. Pretty much that shit. You know, just trying to hold it together, being a better person than the monster you really are. So, to actually kill yourself, to actually do it, like, I don't know. If I didn't have kids, maybe it would have been like something that wasn't so, maybe it would have happened. But to me, like, having my kids, like, trumped any fucking thing, Unless they themselves maybe at a certain time would have been like, nah, we don't want you type shit. I probably would have took myself out, took myself out. But, man, it I don't know. If you look at him, look at his face, like, I don't know. It's scary too, because he was the healthiest one. Like, that fool was working out. He was 49. And I was just not expecting that. You could have told me anybody else but that shit. So it sucks. It really does. But we lost a lot of people young that were beautiful talents, that were fucking dope role models. Who gives a fuck if it's TV, man? The fact that you got more heart, more moral, more determination than somebody real, like, that's fucked up. So rest in peace. You always be, you and the Red Ranger, the shit. So, but nothing beat that flute, or that dagger flute, and the fucking Dragon Zord that will come out. Anyways, but yeah, it sucks, sad, but again, we're not made of stone, and sometimes, we don't know. We could be on the edge of shit, and it sucks, because society tells you to keep it to yourself, that to be a man, all that shit. So just know there's someone out there that cares about you, and I'm telling you, you're not the only one going through shit. We all go through that, all kind of shit. And that's where we need to talk more as a community and care more, because the more that you talk to somebody and open up, you may find that them motherfuckers have been through similar shit, if not the same type shit, or that they could relate, that they would accept you more than you ever thought. So, yeah. But anyways, y'all, peace. We'll talk more.